Hello and welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing amazing today. We've got a very special reading, so we're gonna hop right into it and see what comes out. Thank you so much for stopping by. Feel free to like and comment this stream, and make sure to share it and leave a comment in the chats if this is resonating for you. All right, so let's hop right into it. So collective, as we're shuffling here, this message is really just to do with how much you've changed, and there's a particular person from your past that's just been watching and waiting, trying to make their return back into your life. They've seen you grow. They've seen you change, and for a lot of you, you've really made a lot of improvements in your life, your work and home life balance. For some of you, you've gotten all new careers altogether. And mainly for a lot of you, you've just really healed on your own without this person. And this person was shocked by how well you've transformed, how much you've grown into such a beautiful person. And if anything, they are just like, wow, why can't they come back into your life? So let's keep shuffling, see what comes out. Okay, look at this. Literally cards flying out. So let's see what we got, and welcome everyone just joining in. Go ahead and like the video if this resonates for you. Okay, so in the past, this could have been a marriage or a long-term connection that separated. Judgment is here. This person really watched you transform. In the past, this person didn't believe in you. They didn't see everything that you had going on in your life. They didn't see that you were able to achieve some sort of wish fulfillment for yourself as well. So in the past, this person viewed you in the relationship as someone very codependent on their energy. Someone who was more interested in them and their passions than their own. Now, don't get mad at me, because this is just how they saw you. But this doesn't mean this is how you were. This is how this person saw you, though. And whoever you dated, they were a little more cold and detached. Could have been dealing with either an air sign, or we've got Aries and Taurus as well. Now, with the signs, this person in particular watched you walk away, and you are on your way to success in your own life. And boom, look at that. 6 of Cups. So in the past, they didn't think there was wish fulfillment with you. They didn't think that the two of you would be successful in having a long-term relationship, a family, and so forth. They didn't think that you were going to be as stable as they were going to be. Now, ultimately, you have grown to surpass this person's judgments of you by tenfold. It's like, this person thought you were going to be one way, and here you are just rising to the top of who you can be. So this is for both feminine and masculine. This is a collective reading. So let's keep going and see what we've got. But wow, what a beautiful storyline. So in the past, this person ran away from your connection. They could have ran towards someone else, could have been a Leo or an air sign. This person just didn't see your worth. They didn't see, like, for you, for some of you, you went through a transformation after this person left. You could have lost weight. You could have really changed your appearance in one way or another. You went through a physical transformation, a glow up entirely. This person almost doesn't recognize you from the person that you were when you two dated. And this is in the best possible way. This person has been watching you from the sidelines. And I don't get the sense that it's a creepy watching you. It's more just, they've heard things about you, that you could have mutual friends together, family, or say you work together. There's certain things that your name has come up, or they've seen you, and they just are really proud of you for all that you've accomplished, all that you're going towards, working towards. So I feel like collective, some of you have really done a glow up. You're on your own transformation. You could have your own business. You could have some sorts of creative project that you're working on. And a lot of you have really put forth the work in doing some sort of health transformation. So congratulations if you resonate with that. It's either like you got your diet together, you started eating better, taking care of yourself better. And for some of you, just going to the gym, really caring about your physical appearance. Now, for some of you, it's like this person was shallow. In the past, they could have judged you if you were what they would have considered not to be their ideal size, different stuff like this. But they watched you really overcome that all on your own. And now this person's like, wow, like they feel like an idiot. Like, not that this person is, but this is how they feel, because they could have misjudged you. They really could have been like, oh, well, they didn't want to get married and have kids with you because they thought maybe you would have just stayed overweight, or you would have been someone who wouldn't have taken care of your appearance. But then as soon as the two of you have split, they've watched you really transform who you are, your body, your mind, most importantly, and even your like values and your schedule. This person's just really intrigued about you because they don't know what you're like anymore. So this is the biggest message going into it. 10 of Pentacles. Wow. So for some of you too, you either got a job promotion, a new job, or a just total level up since this person walked out of your life. And this was your good karma owed. Because for a lot of you, you really put your heart and soul into a specific relationship, and you were always someone hardworking, giving to others. And this person could have taken advantage of you when it came to material wealth. 3 of Cups. So for some of you, this person was directly giving anything you gave to them to another connection before the two of you parted ways. Now, when you parted ways, look at that. You were ultimately able to grab your own wish fulfillment. This is currently what you're working towards. And 10 of Cups, love, they want to be a part of it. They don't want to miss another second, another opportunity to be back in your life. But what we're going to really find out is this person here for the right reasons. Have they come back out of any selfish ways, or is this purely because of unconditional love? So this is the answers, I guess, we're going to bring to this reading. And yeah, let's just hop right into it. Welcome, Princess Twilight. Welcome everyone else tuning in. Feel free to leave a comment or something in the chat if this resonates for you. Okay, so with 10 of Cups though, expect wish fulfillment. It's like you're on this vibe, this new level where you've been really changing who you are. So for a lot of you, collective, being able to transform and let go of things that had hurt you in the past. It's like things that used to bother you no longer bother you. You're able to just let it go and see past it and see what's more important in life. And what's more important in life for all of you, collective, is really family right now. This wish fulfillment for yourself, and of course having that person to really spend that time with and to build and grow with. Now, this person from the past, whoever this is to you, they see you now. They truly see you for who you are, but they feel like it's too late because they feel like you could be also, with this 10 of Pentacles, starting to build a family with someone else, or wanting to at this point because of how they had left you out in the cold in the past. 9 of Swords. This person knows that they had let you out in the cold and really left you in your head with this Ace of Swords in reverse. But it's just really beautiful energy to see. If you resonate with this, collective, even this person is calling judgment on you, but in the best possible way, saying, wow, like, look at that glow up, look at that transformation. Don't even recognize who she or he is anymore. This person has really transformed their life for the best possible way. So for some of you, you could have really changed who you are. So possibly in the past, you could have been someone who, even like growing up, you had friends you went out with, you had a good time, maybe how you even met this person. Now you're like the opposite to that. You're a business owner. You're really much so focused on your passions or your career. If it's not a business, you could be established in a company or a specific position. So some of you could be in a trade. For others of you, you could work in some sort of customer service, or you could have some sort of platform. But ultimately, whatever this is that you do, you're really dedicated to it. And it's like if your person was walking away from you in the past, this was either when you were just starting this or you had already started it and this person didn't see the vision. They didn't see the need to support you. They didn't see how you were going to be successful. And ultimately, this person was nitpicky when it came to the relationship. It's like they didn't have the ability to see past the little things. So for example, collective, you could be someone who was always good at saving. You always had your bills paid. But then maybe say for 2 weeks you struggled. And this person could have been like, wow, this person's going to be broke forever. I better bounce. Like, this is literally the vibe of getting. You had a tower moment in your life. Your car broke down or something. And your person was so flighty, something like this, that they just dipped. They said, okay, nope, this is how it's going to be. It's going to be unlucky with this person, and this is how it is. And ultimately, hello, Olivia. Thank you for tuning in. This is collective, so it's for everyone. So ultimately, this person they really just like feel like, wow, what did they miss out on? Because now they feel like you could be building with someone else, or even if they come back in, which they really want to, they don't know if you're going to accept them back in for what they put you through in the past. So it really makes sense, but it's like, let's get something else. So this person, the way that they could have left you for something like that, or for example, maybe one day you said, hey, do you mind covering something or something, maybe, I'm not sure. And they could have been like, wow, okay, nope, I'm out of here. And then meanwhile, Divine was like, okay, this person just left you because of their poor misjudgments based on material, not based on the unconditional love that the two of you shared. Because ultimately, that's what it's about. It's about unconditional love, trust, and communication, ultimately. Because if you have those three tools, you can overcome forgiveness, any arguments, anything, any conflicts or struggles together. If the two of you are based in that, right? You could really overcome it. But what this person from your past failed to see was that, and they more looked at everything from a surface level. So ultimately, it would be every time something would happen that would set you back in life, they would look at it as another red flag or a reason that this relationship wouldn't work. Now, for some of you, this person was a lot more inexperienced at life than you were. Not for all, but they could have either been less mature or just hadn't experienced as much as you. Maybe like you had been on your own for a long time. They had been more sheltered. For others of you, just like really opposite in a sense that maybe just even certain situations you had dealt with in your life, they'd never dealt with yet. Because it's not to say that they're not going to, they just hadn't yet. So ultimately, whatever this was, this person would look elsewhere. And for a lot of you, this is what maybe made them walk away. It didn't necessarily mean they had a third party on you, but they were interested in other options because they didn't see this as a wish fulfillment. They didn't see how possibly the two of you could be successful. And for you, collective, you're more about the unconditional love. And this person seems to be just more about what is right in front of them. What's materially right in front of them. What looks good. What smells good. What can you take out of it? But when you walked away, this is when you started to glow up, started to really succeed, and started to come into your own as a person. More so than you ever had before. Now, for some of you, with this Ace of Swords in reverse, this past person could have been controlling. They could have kind of made you feel like you had to act a certain way or be a certain way when you were in the connection with them. They made you dim things about yourself they didn't approve of. Get this feeling they could have been very critical about the way you looked or the way that you were in size or what you did for a job. And ultimately, or if you didn't make enough. This person thought, wow, so for some of you, you could have just had a college degree and not a university degree, or maybe you didn't even have a degree. And so this person thought, nope, this person's never going to be successful in their life. And then boom, they walked away, and then all of a sudden Divine was like, here is your life purpose. Follow this. And then all of a sudden now you could be doing a new career. For others of you, you could have started a business. And for others of you, you could have got a really sick promotion at your job. Congratulations if any of those things have happened to you recently. But whatever it was owed to you as a beautiful blessing once this person who didn't appreciate you walked away. Because if you would have received that blessing while they were there, they would have taken from you and then left you for another option, only for you to feel like you didn't really achieve anything. So by you being separated from this energy, this has really allowed you to feel like you are achieving your own 10 of Cups. And ultimately, this victory is only yours to be celebrated anyway, collective. This is not meant to be given to someone who didn't appreciate you in the past. Now, let's see if this person's changed, because they've been watching you this entire time. They're incredibly proud of who you've become. 1414 on the live, it's like they totally underestimated who you were as a person. Really get the feeling that this person was cold in demeanor. They could have been very critical of you, and when the two of you dated, just like cranky. They could have just been very moody, very much hot and cold. Some days they were into the connection. Some days it seemed like they didn't even want to be with you. And for a lot of you, collective, that could have been really difficult. And it wasn't you. It was just that this person was very critical of always looking towards the future, always looking to see how something is going to end, not letting it just happen, not letting a relationship flow and play out naturally. They're just more like judging a person based on what they see, versus you, collective, are someone who's much more spiritual and in tune with the fact that people grow, people evolve. And ultimately, this is what this person didn't see. They almost put you in a box and said, this is all that collective is ever going to be. And they decided to walk away. So when they did that, your spirit team, your spirit guides were like, whoo, we've been waiting for this person to walk away so that you can do your transformation, your glow up. And here you go, 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups. Now, if you're familiar with my channel, welcome back. Thanks for the support. 10-10. Endings and transformation. Some of you may be seeing the number 10-10 a lot, or you did when you and this person ended. If you start seeing it now, just know that you are on your way to this transformation. It's right around the corner. And ultimately, this is you though currently. Whoever I'm reaching out to that really resonates with this, you always had that belief in yourself, and especially after this person didn't see it in you. Because you knew that you were someone hardworking. For a lot of you, you could have literally started from nothing and built your success up all by yourself. No one's help. You always made it on your own. You never needed anyone's help. And that's one thing too, while you were with this person, they knew that, but they didn't see that, or they didn't acknowledge that for you. You never needed their help. They just looked at it as, oh, collective could be struggling, or collective doesn't do that well. But see, it's almost like too, this person had half the finances to pay that you did, or they just weren't familiar with all that you had going on in your life. Like this person really didn't have the idea of how much. So for example, if you're a mom, you have kids to take care of, and this person didn't. And so they could have looked at you, collective, and said, well, collective's always struggling. Or say you were even a single dad. Collective's always struggling. How come? But meanwhile, this person doesn't have that. So they don't understand those responsibilities. I get that. I definitely get car could have been something. Or even just you having a more expensive place, a house, just more to pay for on your own. Say you have your own business. If it was a starting out business and this person walked away from you, they did not see that you have to invest in yourself sometimes to start. And ultimately too, if you had a small business, you could have had to come up with ideas, different creative, like patents and that, all that cost stuff. So if this resonates for someone that you had started a business and this person was long gone, they weren't there to see that for a reason, because you were dedicated to your path and understood where you were headed. And especially if you went through this heartbreak, you knew that there was only one focus left. And it definitely wasn't returning to give your love to someone who wasn't appreciating it. But ultimately, just know this person is so proud of you. Enough shade on this person not appreciating you in the past. What I will say is they are shocked. So I feel like some of you have just, let's say this person, okay, I feel like all y'all were always 10s. But this person could have said, oh, collective's a 7. Now this person's like, collective's an 11. Like, smoking hot. And it's like so funny, because for some of you, you could have started going to the gym after this person left. Decided, you know what, you're not going to transform your body for a person. You're going to do it for you. Because someone should love you no matter what you look like or what size you are. But when you decide to do the weight loss for yourself, that's when they should be really proud of you. Not expecting you to be that type of way, to fit a certain mold. It's like for some of you, you could have had blonde hair. They wanted you to have dark hair. Or you could add a certain eye color and this person wanted opposite. But now as well, however you are, those flaws that they didn't like about you, they learn to love them as the two of you have separated. So say you were a little bit thick, they love it now. And they're like, wow, like how come they were so critical on you? It's almost that saying too, you really don't appreciate what you have sometimes till it's totally like gone. For this person, they ripped it away from themselves and now they feel the absence of you. But absolutely, thank you so much everyone tuning in. This is intense. But just know this is what you deserve, to really have a stable, stable future after this person put you through that. And this person, I mean, let's just see if they're going to come in. I get the feeling it's like either someone you dated in high school or like just past that, like a long time ago. I don't feel like it's your most recent ex, but maybe an ex or two before that. Wow, justice. This is your justice. Could have been a Libra for some of you, but this person in particular, they've always kept an eye on you. So they've really seen you transform, not just over a couple months, but like years is what I'm feeling. It was just 2020 on the live. So maybe you and this person have been broken up since 2020. For some of you, really random, but Spirit just made me say that. So King of Cups in reverse. This person's so emotionally unbalanced, and now they watch as you are gaining your emotional stability, or you already have, and this person feels like lost without you because they really know that they underestimated who you were, how much you could grow, and how much potential you had to be that dream partner that they needed until you were gone. So for some of you too, maybe you had short hair. This person's like only wanted a person with long hair. And then all of a sudden you got extensions when you left, or your hair grew. You know, it was like Spirit gave you a way to get all these little things on your own that this person may have also, this is so funny. For a lot of you, this person kept their judgments, like a lot of them, how they didn't agree with you in the relationship, to themselves. So like say they didn't like how your hair was short. Then all of a sudden it was like slapped in their face by Spirit. Once you were gone, Spirit was like, get extensions. And then you did. And then they were like, oh. You know, or go to the gym. Your Spirit team. Hope you like my little voice notes. Go to the gym. And then your person sees you, creeps you on the Finsta, the fake Instas, and then sees you at the gym with that 4-pack coming in. Or that like booty, those booty gains. And your ex could have been like, oh, the person doesn't have a booty. Oh, so bad, so sad, because that's what Spirit does. And you know, for a lot of you, I just really get this vibe. If you're hearing this, you're like, wow, maybe they did. Now that Earth Angel says that, maybe they didn't, but you didn't know. Yeah, definitely. Kept it to themselves, but they kept you in your head about a lot of things. So when you dated this person as well, it was kind of like you were always playing the guessing game. Were you enough for this person? Was there a way you could be better for this person? And it was because of their hot and cold vibes. They really left you in the dark as to whether they were happy with you or not a lot of the times. Really get the vibe this person was just like either passing time at some point in the relationship. They kind of just decided it wasn't what they wanted, and they hadn't let go of it yet. And then isn't this karma? You walk away from this person and now they're like, damn, can't stop dreaming about collective. And for a lot of you, it's a nightmare. They think you're going to have another family soon. I'm not sure if they see you out with friends, looking good, going for dates. For others of you, just looking good, so they know that people are interested. It's like when you dated this person too, you could have been at the grocery store with your man. You could have been at the restaurant with your woman. Wherever you were, collective, regardless of gender, right? Wherever you were, whoever your partner was, your partner always watched you get attention. People interested, giving you the eyes. It wasn't like people were always disrespectful and would come up and try and get your number. But sometimes, even in front of your partner, that happened. People were ruthless because they saw you as a top class partner, someone of what they would consider high value, someone who is loyal, stable, and committed. Strength there. So Leo energy, and if not, it's just like this is how this person sees you, as a star. Someone who really captures the attention of others, and you do it without trying. So especially since you've left, you've had this glow up. Either it's like you're in a more public position, so you're either receiving more attention, or for others of you, you go to the gym, you got in shape, you're getting more dates now. And for whatever reason, this person just knows from the past how the attention you got then, now they're just like, oh man. You know? That's how they're feeling. And it breaks their heart. But at the same time, this person knows Now, this person feels like particularly if they came back to you, they would just be another person interested in you. They don't feel like you would see them the way that they see you, because it's been so long, and especially the way that they may have discarded you. For a lot of you, they just dropped you. So this person's like, yeah, no, collective is a star now, is so beautiful, so handsome. There's no way they're going to take me back. And especially if this person ghosted you or just disrespected you. They could have said some rude things when they ended the relationship, really tried to end it to no going back in one way or another. But then ultimately they realized like they really ended a cycle with you they wish they wouldn't have. But see, this is the thing. You were always becoming this person. You were always that family person, that stable family person. You're always that hardworking person who was bound for success. It's just that good things take work and perseverance, and you had to build your successes up in life. And this person, so for some of you, maybe this person had a lot handed to them. They could come from a really wealthy family. They could possibly be someone who doesn't have to work, who just like gets money. For some reason, it's just like, I'm not sure why they could look at you who was building slowly as just not being stable enough. Maybe they just expected, maybe their family expected them to be with someone of a certain status as well, for others of you. Now, this is how the tables have turned. In the past, this person had you stuck in your head, Nine of Swords, but now they don't have any third parties or anyone else interested in them. For a lot of them, the way that they were so critical with you, they took that to the next relationship. And so people just started running away from them. Every time they would try and date someone, they'd maybe last a couple weeks, but then they'd start to see who they were, and they would just have enough of that person, either trying to tell them what to do or trying to tell them who to be. And so for a lot of you, your person actually didn't really realize what they were doing until it was with the next person or two. And that person finally said, okay, enough's enough. You're not going to make me unhappy because you want me to be a certain way. So maybe in the past, collective, you just had a lot of love for this person. You could have let them really walk all over you. And so this was like a lesson for you too. And just really making sure you put self-love first. And if someone disrespects you, walk away from that. Don't put up with that. Don't allow them to tell you or mold you into who they want you to be. Because for some of you, it's like you could have blonde hair. This person's like, no, you need dark hair. You dyed it dark. Anything this person wanted, this person could have been like, oh, you need to stop eating chicken. You would have stopped eating chicken. Like, literally. This person could have been like, nope, you can't eat ice cream because I don't want you to be chubby. And you would have. But, I mean, this is how this person sounds. So I really hope people aren't still like this. And it really seems like this person learned their lesson. But collective, I hope you learned the lesson never to allow someone to put you in that position. Or at least say, I'm going to eat that ice cream. Sounded sassy, but you know what I mean. Don't ever let someone tell you what you can and can't do. That's absolutely the truth. And if someone doesn't love you, is all I'm saying, for who you are or what you look like, there is a million other people out there that would. And that would eat that ice cream with you. Or that would love you that hair color. Or that would love you that size. And particularly that would love you even if you only made $10 an hour. So, and it's like collective. I don't even get the vibe that that was you. I don't feel like anyone on here. And even if you were at that point, I mean, everyone starts from somewhere. Maybe you started at a new job and you had to start from a lower pay and work your way up. It just is what it is. But this person sees now that you're a star, and however they treated you, when they tried to do it to someone else, this other person was like, no way. And so that was the justice. This other person said, you make me miserable, and could have walked away from them for them putting them through that. And so now they see too, not only the fact, collective, that you did have all the things they were looking for that they refused to really admit to themselves or to see, but they also see now that you are willing to do a lot more for them than a lot of other people in relationships are. You put up with them way more than anyone else would have. And it really took them figuring that out with maybe another person or multiple other people. That's the way they tried to either control a relationship or their partner. It just didn't work. No one was putting up with it. Just you, collective, because you loved them so much. And see, this was it. It wasn't growing. It wasn't growing because of that. So 7 of Pentacles, you got a new start with the Fool there coming in. This is already you, though, on your way to transformation. For some of you, it's like this person could have been from 5 years ago. So you could even live in a different town from them, far away from them. You could have dated another person or two in between. For some of you, you saw this person a few years ago. Could have seen them at a random spot and the two of you linked back up. This person definitely still had love for you, but you didn't have that love anymore. You just knew it was over, and this person's been thinking about you ever since. I feel like it definitely could be a Capricorn. We've got Virgo, Taurus energy as well. Then we've got Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But truly, this person did call judgment call on you because in the past, as we had this first card being the Hierophant reverse, they didn't want to have a long-term commitment with you. They didn't see marriage as a successful thing because they didn't see you as someone who would chase your own wish fulfillment. But you proved them wrong. So give yourself a pat on the back. You really proved this person wrong. They are stunned, jaw dropped. Like, if you're on some sort of social media, they definitely, like, okay, say you post lame TikToks or silly cute videos or something. They watch all of it. They totally watch it. You could have all of a sudden, like, for some of you, a couple thousand views. That's that person. Maybe it's a little unhealthy for some of you. Please keep the comments nice and light in the chat there. Thank you so much. All right, so let's see what else we've got. Absolutely, love is unconditional. This person just didn't see it, and you had a lot of unconditional love for them. They never saw it. And if they did, they just didn't think that you had passions or hobbies of your own. This person could have just saw you as someone who kind of just worked and just went through life. But ultimately, in one way or another, by them making you be a certain way, they were suppressing who you were. They weren't allowing you to truly show them who you were underneath. So after a time, that came out. You and this person definitely discussed family, though. This person would have told you straight up, though, they didn't want a family with you. This isn't a reading of someone who would have said they did and then didn't. This is definitely a specific message of more someone who really would have told you, because you could have been just out of high school or maybe early 20s. This would have been like years ago for some of you. Say you're in your 40s or 50s. But this person wasn't ready for a family at the time that the two of you were together. And they had definitely let you know this. Ultimately, for a lot of you, this person just didn't want to have it there, though. Now, with rebirth being in reverse, they don't feel like the two of you will have this rebirth. They would love to have kids with you, but they feel like you're just not going to accept them back. So I split the deck, and I see the King of Swords again. So this person definitely is still cold and detached. Almost more so is what they're saying since you've left. So if anything, that's kind of a fear, just like straight up subconscious or like a heads up, you know, because you wouldn't want to jump into a relationship with someone who's going to put you back into the same negative cycles. And especially if they're more cold. But hey, to each their own. That won't be for everyone. So let's see if this person's going to come forward, because so far it just seems like a lot of hesitation, a lot of them thinking it's too little too late. They shoulda, woulda, coulda, and they never did. Literally heartbreak. 3 of Swords. This person's so heartbroken about you. It's like they could write a book about it. Look at that. 8 of Pentacles in reverse. So whatever's going on in their work in home life right now is not okay. Their home life is really messed up. It's like, too, your person could have judged you. Maybe you had just minimal stuff. Maybe you had a small place, or you just had enough that you needed. And this person could have judged you for that. And now they're realizing your home is where they want to be. Wherever they're at, their home is super unstable. If they're living with other people, there's a lot of fighting going on. And it's like, say they're living with roommates or family. They're just feeling like they don't have their own space. They just want to have their own space or be with you. So for a lot of you, they know that they could have even judged how you lived or your place. And now they're like regretting it. Because they're like, wow, collective. They're like, your place sounds perfect. Yeah. So for some of you, this person's just, they could have even left you for someone who had like a bigger house or a bigger, I'm not sure, apartment, condo, whatever it could be, bigger car. And now it's like this person realized like, no, when they were with you, it was better. And so they could have judged you in the past. Look at, didn't think you were going to grow. They're like, no, collective's always just going to get by in life. They're always going to struggle. They're never going to be balanced when it comes to, and maybe too, this person thought the two of you could never have a nice house or you'd never be able to pay a mortgage. And then meanwhile, it's like Spirit's like, promotion coming for the collective as soon as this person walks away. And that's what happened for a lot of you, or if it didn't, that's what's coming in, because you were always working towards new and better in your life, and this person just, they didn't have the ability to see that with you. They didn't have the ability to see the vision that you did. This person was very much so like, what they see is what they get. You know what I mean? Like in the 3D right here, right now. Not, oh, well, yeah, wow, this person could actually go back. Like collective, some of you could have said, oh, you're going to go back to school, right? And this person didn't even think about that. Wow, yeah, in 2 years, collective could have a degree, get an amazing job, we could get a house, so many different things, different stories for each of you. Or even if you were a stay-at-home mom, well, it's a year of maternity, so you could have been during that, and this person's going, oh my gosh, everything's a struggle. Meanwhile, it's like, okay, and if they left you and it's the baby daddy, then that's even, this person feels horrible about it. But all I will say is, they realized that, yeah, as soon as that was up, you could go back to work, or you could do something to earn more for yourself and to slowly build back up. And they really just underestimated you. You could have been affected too from the pandemic. A lot of you could have either been laid off, lost your jobs, just had reduced hours because of that a couple years ago, if that was when you were with this person. And so this person really just was like looking at it with like a narrow mind, because they weren't realizing that, first of all, the whole world went through that. So my heart goes out to you if you did go through changes during the pandemic, because a lot of people did. A lot of people, friends, family, everyone you know went through a change in one way or another. And most people are out of those changes, but some people still are directly affected, or did change their career, or did decide to go back to school. You know your story. But it's like this person, instead of looking at it like that, like, yeah, that's so true, the whole world's going through it, they were just like, nope, it's just my person, they're no one. They're not going to make it. They're not going to be okay. Which is like, so they really saw you as that. King of Pentacles in reverse. Someone who would never have success. Wow. I obviously don't think they told a lot of you that. But how this person knew from the start, and there was things they didn't think about, and then all of a sudden you achieved that success when they walked away. This was one of them. So say you were on your own from really young, or say you just had your diploma. This person was like, nope, they're never going to go back to school, or they're never going to all of a sudden have their own business or anything. They really just underestimated you as a person. And then your spirit guides were like, okay, I'm rubbing my hands. Easy. They're like, oh, buddy. They're like, this transformation's coming right up as soon as this person says adios. And that's what it was. So now that it's been a couple years, a lot of you really have transformed. You've either lost, like for some of you, I'm hearing 100 pounds. For others of you, congratulations. If you have like major health transformation, amazing. Congratulations. And for others of you, you've gone back to school. For others of you, new careers altogether, promotions, or even you got left by a baby daddy and you've raised that kid all on your own for some of you. And for a few of you that resonate with that, they are embarrassed because they feel like they left you out in the cold, counted you out. And for what? For you to make it and really show them that they were wrong. And you prove them wrong without trying to. That's the beautiful part about this reading. However that resonates, this person knows that you never tried to set out to make your life better, to prove them wrong. And that's what happened on such a large scale that this person can't ignore. Like, you literally could have been someone who everyone considered maybe average looking, and all of a sudden you're like model transformation now. Like, you know your story, but I'm just feeling like you're either an accomplished man or woman, or like looks wise, you just came up, you glowed up, maybe you're always awkward looking. This person just didn't see your true beauty, your true value, your true worth. And as soon as they were gone, now they've literally seen it for so long in their face. 8 of Pentacles. Even your family. So for some of you, they've talked to your family about you, how you've changed. But for a lot of you, this person just hears it through the grapevine. So either you had mutual friends together, or you could have went to a lot of the same spots. Maybe for some of you, you always worked at a particular place, and this person could have known where that was. So maybe they went by and asked someone there. This person definitely seems like they tried to track you down, though, in the past, and they weren't able to. So, okay, if this is someone that, like, you used to live in the same town with and you moved away, and this person knows you moved away, they tried to either find your number, they tried to find where you live, something to really connect with you. They could have tried to find where you were working, say you're working somewhere, like, more public. But this person definitely tried to find you or connect with you. For a lot of you, this person did find you at one point, but they didn't have the ability to, like, or the courage is a better word, to walk up and say something. So what they did instead is they kind of saw you. I get this feeling it was either like at a job, they kind of just saw you from the side, they walked by, or for others of you, like literally they walked by your neighborhood. Like they literally saw you. This person's been around. But this, I get the vibe, was even more than a year ago. It wasn't recently. And so it's just like this person's periodically somehow either seen you or knows what you're up to, knows where you are. For some of you, that might be alarming. I mean, I don't get a creepy stalker vibe. I just get the vibe that you and this person, you had so much love for them and they never appreciated you until you walked away. But for a lot of you, when you walked away, you said, that's it. Like, there's no more. I ain't going back. Splitting 5 of McDoubles. Oh my gosh, yes. Think about it. That is Russ lyric, by the way, but that is the best because splitting 5 McDoubles. So for some of you, you could have to ask this person to borrow lunch money or $5-10 and maybe ask them for grocery money if you had kids or something, and they could have really gave you a hard time and like, wow, this person needs money for that. They can't take care of that. But this person didn't realize, first of all, either how much you paid for or how much you worked hard for what you had. And also, too, big feelings that when you left this person's life, they started to have more responsibilities from the universe. The universe was like, okay, you want to judge someone? Here you go. You've got more to pay for now. So now you know. And that awoke in them as well. So maybe they had to move. They had to get a new place. And then all of a sudden it was double the rent. Or for others of you, maybe they had to switch jobs and they had to start at the bottom for some of you. So they figured out, wow, what it's like to work that low paying job again. Different for each of you, but the universe really gave all of your people, your collective, your person, whoever judged you for struggling, they gave them a wake-up call. Because it's almost like this person had it easy in their life, but they didn't appreciate their blessings. They really just like looked at someone else. And like to judge their partners a lot. Welcome everyone tuning in. Go ahead and like the video if this does resonate for you. And thank you so much for watching. Happy Saturday. All right. The Lovers in reverse. There you go. That literally just clarified the whole reading. And there you go. So biggest realization your person actually had was they were a shitty lover. I don't often swear, but they were a crappy lover. They weren't the greatest. They weren't the GOAT to you. We'll just say that. And they feel like you were the GOAT. Looking back, you were it. You were fine, and you made them feel really good about themselves, and then the fact was they looked down on you for little things, nitpicky things, that at the end of the day now, they're like, they overlook all those things, like, those didn't even matter. And so for a lot of you, this person feels like you'll never take them. Notice how all the main arcanas of love and happiness are literally in reverse. Rebirth's in reverse too. So they really don't think that you want to be their lover anymore. If you want to be my lover. They don't think you want to be friends. They don't think you want to be lovers. They definitely don't think you want to have a baby with them. Especially if you already had kids with them. They feel like a deadbeat parent, regardless if they're a mom or dad. Definitely feel more like a dad though, because mostly if kids are younger, they stay with the moms, right? But to each their own. I mean, it's 2022. Could be the opposite depending on your story. So however it is for you though, collective, you took care of the kids if you had kids with this person. So they feel like no way are you going to want to do that again as they take off on their responsibilities. And for others of you, if you don't have kids with them, they're feeling like, okay, no, there's no way they'll want to have kids with me for how they treated you. No happiness, no marriage, no commitment, no love, no relationship. This is how they feel. But we're going to get a few cards. I'm kind of nosy too to see how you would respond if they came back. Definitely leave a comment in the chat right now how you would respond if your person, if you know who this is. It's definitely, I don't feel like your ex, but like a one from before. Someone who was not ready to have kids or settle down, but you two had the talks and this person was honest with you. They weren't someone who sugarcoated it. They were honest with you. I think they definitely let you know that they were either in an open relationship with you or that they had other options. But yeah, Emperor in reverse. So this person was definitely a business owner themselves. And they were someone who was very much so cold and detached and stern, and definitely get more of a masculine role for a lot of you. But regardless of gender, it's like this person was just cold and stern and focused on success. And it's like they had to have a certain level. Wow, 10 of Cups just flipped over. So for a lot of you, you actually feel like this person would be really sweet if they came back, but you also feel like you know what they didn't accept from you in the past, which was your lack of finances for some of you. This person looked at you like a lack of wish fulfillment for having a lack of. Okay. No one get mad, but I just heard lack of booty for some of you, and that's what I was saying before, something about the gym, and then all of a sudden you start going to the gym, and they can't say that anymore, or lack of, I don't even know why they want me to say this, lack of, yeah, titties for some of you, which is like all of a sudden, you could have made a bunch of money and they got breast augmentation. I'm not sure. But however it went for you, this person literally was saying you weren't enough for them. And then all of a sudden, as soon as they left, all the other options that they try to get or that are attracted to them are nowhere near what you were then. Imagine now. You're like their dream girl that got away, dream guy. Okay, so let's get a few more messages. Let's see what's going on. Okay, just had one flipper there, so let's see. Look at that. So, wow, for some of you, you have done the switch up on this person. They feel like the Page of Pentacles. They feel like they have nothing next to you now. They feel like you're the successful one. And if it comes to looks, same thing. So, for some of you, oh my goodness, Spirit, what a download. For some of you, it's like this person, if they judge you for being chubby or something, or like a little thick, all of a sudden you start going to the gym, or first of all, too, even Spirit just said you got so stressed out from the breakup even, that stress literally does that too. Spirit could have gave you a week stress, and then all of a sudden you're skinny, or exactly how they wanted. Now, mind you, it's been a few years later, so you're looking good. And this person, their karma, in a sense, for a lot of you, if they judge you for looking a certain way, or for not having enough, that was their karma. Like, now they're a little bit chubby, or they don't have enough finances. They're struggling. And now they really get the reality check that, wow, they shouldn't have been maybe so critical on you, so harsh on someone who was really willing to, like, be there for them in such an unconditional, loving way. You really accepted them for who they were. You didn't pass judgments on them, yet they always had all these judgments. And for some of you, collective, it got to the point, like, you could have had judgments on this person. I'm putting the air quotes because you didn't, but they just judged you so much that it was the only way you felt like you could either defend yourself back or get them to stop sometimes, was if you said something. But that won't resonate for everyone. But for some of you, I definitely get that vibe that this person was just like, would pick on you. But yeah, this person, like, they really see now they shouldn't have judged you. They shouldn't have judged you or thought that you weren't enough for them, because now they're wishing that they could catch up. Checking out your booty as you're running your ass away from them. That's what I just heard for some of you. Oh my goodness, Spirit. Are you seriously gonna okay, this is nuts. I've never got this down low, but for some of you, this person saw you at the gym. Doing your workouts. Yeah, if they saw you at the gym, definitely, like, was, like, super upset about it. But the biggest message from this reading is you, all along, knew who you were going to be and where you were headed with the High Priestess. You knew your potential, and you knew how much you could be successful, or how much, if you put the work in, you were going to get your body back in shape and stuff. But you didn't want to be with someone who was putting you through all that, and nor should you be. For some of you, you stuck around and put up with that for way too long, only till this person left you out in the cold. But yeah, this person definitely sees you as, like, wifey, husband material, and it's like, since you've been gone. Yeah, for some of you, like, this person could have even been like, oh, you don't look the cutest in the morning or something. And then, oh my gosh. And then they, like, go home with someone from the bar and wake up with them in the next morning. And they're like, oh my goodness. And, like, collective, my person was amazing. Right? And they totally just, they didn't appreciate what they had. And totally the opposite, though, in karma sense. For some reason, it's like, yeah, they took someone home. Okay, so they could have taken someone home from the bar who, like, wore to, like, a few layers, and then all of a sudden this person was, like, bigger than you were, or had something that your person didn't really like about them. I mean, size doesn't matter, but whatever it was that this person was particularly brutal about, that's what they ended up facing after they left you. And it was because they're so judgmental. And so Spirit needed to give them a reality check that that's not what life's about. Picking apart what you don't like about people. Definitely not. Look at, so for a lot of you, this person just went through a series of, like, unfortunate love events as the world. This is you succeeding. Succeeding and ready to shine. And for a lot of you, you're looking tan, sun-kissed. So, wow, with this new found happiness for some of you and finances, possibly you'll be taking a road trip this summer or going on vacation, or you'll be able to spend more time outdoors doing things you love. It's just a lot different. So in the past too, when you dated this person, you could have had 2 jobs. You could have been someone who worked a lot, and this person was like, wow, you don't ever spend time doing anything. But meanwhile, they didn't understand you were saving, you were working. And then now, for a lot of you, a couple of years later, you could be a bit more well off, or at least getting there, that you'll be able to spend more time doing those things for yourself or saving up for things. And this person has nothing to do but sit and watch. For some of you, this person's going to see you, like, go on vacation or something this summer. You're going to post it on the gram. They're going to see it and just be like, wow. Okay. I don't know if anyone has ever seen, I swear, is it for sure? Oh, I can't remember what movie it is. Okay, I was going to say Dumb and Dumber, but I don't think it is. But at the end of this one movie, they're getting married, and, like, the person comes up and is like, no, no, don't do it. I feel like that's going to be your like ex-person. You're going to be on vacation with someone, or you're like dating someone new, and they're literally going to like pull up on you in this new town because they know where you are, and they're going to be like, no. And that's what's going to happen if some of them don't face you soon, because they're starting to really like feel like they lost you altogether, feel like they lost their one true love. And for some of you, it's really putting this person in their head in like not a good way. That's a good one. There you go. If snoring matters. Wow, that's a really good one, Sammy. Thanks for adding that in there. Yeah, definitely could have had a person today that was about the snoring. And that's what I mean. You'll know your person just had something little in particular that they could have hated. They could have hated the way you talked, or for some of you, just like really nitpicky stuff that was silly. Maybe the type of underwear you wore, or for some of you, the way that you kept your house, like just a big things like that, or the way that you cooked, or just like really unnecessary things that people grow and change out of. And for some of you, okay, I just heard you could have wore Crocs. Maybe they didn't like that you wore Crocs around the house, or you wore Crocs and you gardened in your backyard or something. 5555 on the reading. That is definitely someone's message. But yeah, maybe it was something like that, or the type of shoes you wore, and your person was like, wow, do you ever wear any other? And meanwhile, collective, you are like someone super down to earth, loving, giving, empathic. For a lot of you, those little things are the furthest thing on your mind, especially in a relationship and with the people you care about. You're more about that unconditional love, that forgiveness, that understanding. And for a lot of you, you really try to understand people, whether it be a friendship or a relationship. You want to understand those people better. And so you felt lost a lot as this person was constantly trying to nitpick you for stuff that didn't matter. Amen. Everyone is beautiful. And it's like beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. Personally, I always think that the more you love yourself, the more you can be confident with who you are. That's what's the most attractive. I mean, come on, you know? It's like anyone could put on an outfit, or what is even these days. People wear weaves or wigs. You know, people change their eye color. Anyone could do anything. But all it comes down to is, first of all, who are you on the inside? That's the most important. And my favorite thing to say, man, is I don't even care what you look like on the outside if you are ugly on the inside. Seriously. Because that says enough. It's all about being beautiful on the inside. And honestly, that's what radiates out. Now, for a lot of you, you were always this way. And particularly your true humbleness or beauty of a person that you were deep down really shined through when this person walked away or hurt you for something like this. So then it's like, if you're that beautiful on the inside, well, of course, Divine, your spirit team 5757 is going to be like, you are this beautiful now on the outside. Glow up. So some of you are going to be dyeing your hair. Some of you are going to be getting new tattoos, maybe a new piercing. Yeah, I definitely feel like something big. Maybe a new wardrobe, checking out some online shopping for the summer, getting some new bikinis, new Nikes for the dudes watching. All about the new kicks. I mean, I would say even the girls too, like all about the new kicks for the summer, really. Especially if anyone's just been like feeling you haven't really been able to enjoy a summer or two. So I get the vibe, collective. A lot of you have really, since you walked away from this person or they walked away from you, you've been focused on your job, your career, your business, building, growing, saving. So you could have not even spent much on yourself lately or had the time to even go out and enjoy yourself. So for a lot of you this summer, it's going to be about finally upgrading a few items in your closet, maybe bringing some stuff to donation. That is always such an amazing thing to do. You just trust, just do it. Don't even think about it. There's even donation boxes, I'm sure, in everyone's neighborhood. Always amazing to throw those clothes that you aren't wearing, because the longer you hold on to it, and I used to be this way, always think, oh, we could wear it again. But spirit likes us to let go and bring in new cycles. So yeah, hold on to stuff for a few years, but say it's 10 years and you're still not wearing it, donate it. Someone else could wear it. And hey, if you got some cool 80s or 90s fashion in your closet, that is what's all in. So go donate those Levi high waists so someone else can grab them. I know I'll be lining up. No, I'm just kidding. But legit. And I just feel like a lot of you, that's what you're going to be doing even. Wow. So for some of you, even revisiting your closet, seeing what's cool, because man, these days it's all about making your own statement and being individual. It's like you could wear whatever and people are like, that's cool. Like, just gonna throw that out there. Today I almost wore camo on camo and I didn't. I was like, I just can't. But I was like, you know what? That actually, the matchy looked like trendy today, and it's not ever something I would ever wear. But I didn't do it. But literally, it would look cool. And that's all I'm saying. So maybe some of you are going to go through old clothes, find stuff, and be like, wow. You could be a Sagittarius, and if not, you could definitely resonate with being an Earth angel. You definitely have that high vibing energy around you now, too. When you're out and about, people really feel that vibe off of your aura. They really get that off of your energy. And this person in particular, it's like either they see you posting online or they've seen you in your community or some way or another. And they're really just like, wow. This person has a little bit of a unhealthy, could be a Capricorn for some of you as well, unhealthy obsession or fixation on what the two of you used to have, and more so than just thinking like, can it come back together? A lot of passion they have for you though. Wow. So this person really thinks about just, if the two of you were to reunite, would you be able to just put everything aside, how they treated you, and really just give them a fresh start? For a lot of you, you could have had a very much intense physical connection, so they feel like more that's how they'd try and win you over. That's beautiful. This is you, collective, though. You're about to do something big. The world. You're about to be seen in the world or travel the world, one of the two. And it's time to just let yourself be seen. Really shine. Stand in that light. But yeah, so whoever you dealt with in the past, this person, they definitely have their own business or something as well, their own successful career. And so when they first looked at you, who wasn't on the same path at them at the time, or wasn't doing as well financially, or maybe you had more responsibilities than they did too. Other things like this. But ultimately, they didn't see your potential. And then now they're the emperor in reverse. So it's like they literally see you as succeeding more than them. They see you as a more solid foundation in one way or another. However you're building or growing, they're like, wow, like they really underestimated you, and they're almost like kicking themselves for it. Like this person just like could have like straight up disrespected you or just like ghosted you. Like they just, for some of you, it's like this person literally went for someone who was more physically what they would consider attractive, or, but I mean, like we said, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and everyone is beautiful in this chat, every single one of you. And it's like, thank this person for not appreciating your beauty, because I get the vibe that a lot of you really glowed up and transformed even more after that. And that was because you put the work in, you started loving yourself again. For a lot of you too, you were loving this person so hard, you could have even been neglecting your appearance, trying to make them happier, working harder, or say you had kids, you're always taking care of the kids. They really just didn't put everything into perspective. Like if they were constantly bringing you down, making you feel less than, how were you going to look beautiful all the time? Because even if you did your hair perfect or you wore a nice outfit, whatever it was, people can still look stressed or sad sometimes. And so for a lot of you, that could have even been it, or you could have been even overeating because of this person, or undereating. For some of you, it could have been that they thought you were too thin. Like, I mean, whoever this person was way too materialistic and critical, and that was their wake-up call, that they didn't appreciate you. And now, if anything, it just seems like this person wants to come in and apologize for not valuing you and for being so harsh on you. They really see now how they could have affected you during the relationship. And what's astonishing the most to them, collective, is you don't even look like that affected you. However they put you through whatever, you don't show the full extent of that. Let's just say that. So some of you too, you could look a lot younger than you are, regardless of your age. You could look 5 to 10 years younger. You could really be a youthful person. Wow, for some of you, you didn't have much energy in the past because you were working a lot. So this person just thought you were lazy. And then boom, as soon as they left, it was actually just them being an energy vampire. And as soon as they left, you had all this extra time to do all this extra shit, including like get a business going. Crazy. Look at that. Look at that. Definitely Capricorn. Capricorn or water sign, but this has come out twice now in a row. The devil in reverse. And if not, highly obsessed person. So, okay, at first I didn't get the vibe of that at the beginning, but now more towards the end of the reading, yes. So, the longer you've been apart from this person, it's almost like it's just been a growing thing. They haven't let go. 10 of Swords in reverse. Could be definitely dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Let's get some more cards. Thank you so much, everyone, tuning in. We are in Aries season. The Hierophant. There you go. Okay, so this person, they see you as marriage material. And they're so emotionally imbalanced. For some of you, they just want to straight up come back and say, can we have like a long-term commitment? But see, your person now, they know this is their injustice. For some of you, it's like their karma is for you to say no and to reject them. And just to walk away and close the cycle. And that's kind of like their karma for how they did that to you in the past. Just left you out in the cold. And they know that. So maybe too, this is why this person really holds on to your energy. It's just like they know what they could have had with you. They could have really had a stable, happy family and a long-lasting relationship. And this person just never saw it for what it was. And now that you're gone, they're like, did they lose the person? For some of you, they think that you're who they're supposed to be with. And you are gone. So let's get some love messages. What would this person like to say to you, collective? Can you believe it? We're almost in April. Spring is officially here. And just, can you believe it? 2022, we're already in April. A lot of you, if you've been waiting on new love or reconnections, a lot of them are coming in for the summertime. This person in particular, for some of you, definitely will be coming in for more springtime. Okay, so we had one flip over. We're going to keep going. But the first one says, I still remember everything about the day that we met. So, wow, this person, even if you met them like 10 years ago, they still remember everything about that day. Quite a few just flipped over. The first one, very sweet. It says, I have so much admiration for you. Admiration. So this person definitely really, really respects you, who you've become, and how much you really just prove them wrong. Like, that's the biggest thing. They just... Whoever they put you in a box and said that's all you were, they even could have told your family, friends that, or their family and friends as the reasons why they ended it too with you. And they just feel really silly because for a lot of you too, their family, friends could have even seen you somehow on social media or your platform or in person. Maybe you just walked by them and didn't even notice if you live in the same city and they're like, wow. Like, okay, for some of you, you could have been at Costco and you could have all of a sudden heard someone say, hey, is that so-and-so over there? Are they not together anymore? Wow, they look really good. Literally. Costco, Walmart, wherever you're little spot is like that, you know, you always run into other people at because it's like the spot that everyone goes. One of those types of stores. Walgreens, Shoppers, I'm not sure, it could even been a restaurant. But wherever it was, it's like people have seen, and it's like too, this person could have said you weren't going to amount to nothing or you were always going to struggle, and it's like people know that even that person just like shouldn't have said that. Like whoever said that, it's just like, eee, that was your partner? So I will stand by your side no matter what, loyalty 100%, and that's it, eh? So this person really just changed their tune, but they know for a lot of you, they don't think you'll come back because of how they really just didn't appreciate it in the first place. I trust you more than I trust anyone in the world, it says, sometimes more than I even trust myself. Definitely get that vibe. This person realized that too, especially from when you walked away. The fact of the matter was they always knew that you were the one person they could trust, and more than they could trust themselves, because they walked away from the one person that they know now they trusted more than anyone in the world. So thank you so much. Wow, all the way from India. Thank you for tuning in. I really hope this is resonating. Thank you so much to everyone tuning in. So this person really unsure how to approach your connection lately. Definitely. They know too, it's just like when they come back, they feel like either you're going to totally just kind of not be into the idea of even giving them the time of day. They're not sure. And they're not sure for some of you if you're still the same. If you're still going to let them back in and say, yeah. But see, collective, you're still the same. Even if you don't want anything to do with this person, you'd still forgive them and say, okay, thanks. See you later. So here we go. I get jealous really easily. I'm trying to change. Well, that's sweet. At the same time, your person's definitely admitting that there's some things about them they were... It's almost like, too, if this person was really critical on you, it's because they were insecure. It wasn't even to do with you. Look at that. So isn't this, for anyone that ever had anything from this person say, you are perfect to me. I want to kiss every part of your body. So now this person knows that you are perfect exactly the way you are. Wow. So, this person definitely learned unconditional love and the true meaning of it after you were gone. Deep spiritual connection there when I split the deck. Right, let's get a few more messages. Let's see what else your person wants to say. So it says, I'm following my heart, and my heart leads me to you every time. Every time I try and run, my emotions get the better of me. I love you. So this could explain too. This person knows that there's probably no way you're going to want to take them back. For a lot of you, no. But they realize the error of their ways, and after all this time, even if it's been years for some of you, or 10 years, they've seen you grow and change, and you're almost like the one that got away. So especially if it was someone you dated really early on and you've had quite a few relationships since, or a couple long-term ones since, it's just been some time, and this person really feels like no matter what, they keep getting led back to you by their spirit team, by their intuition. Now, this person in the past, when you knew them, they definitely didn't have intuition. This is something that they have really learned to, well, they had intuition, but they never tapped into it. They never believed in that kind of thing. And so now they're really learning to use their own discernment and to trust when they get those feelings. And so that's the difference as well. So, wow. Any final message if this person's going to come forward? Because it just really seems like, if anything, they're going to keep watching you from a distance. Especially if you're in a new relationship or they think you're jumping into one. They're really just terrified to, like, for some of you, this person just feels like they know they broke your heart in the past. They wouldn't want to be the reason for it again. Which is really sweet in a way if you think about it. They want you to be happy, which is a difference from the past. It says wait. It's not yet time. Things are being woven. So there you go. Your person is not going to come forward yet. Their spirit team is urging them to wait right now until things are either they're guided for a right cue or things just seem more stable between you. Perspective. This is literally the card. I should have did these at the beginning. None of this matters. Zoom out. Common ground. Now, this is what your person failed to have in the past, and this is the lesson they learned. None of that small stuff between you mattered. None of that picky crap they were worried about, finances, struggles, disagreements, the way someone looks, any of that. Or if one of their friends liked you. Any of these silly little things, they learned that none of that mattered. What mattered was the relationship that the two of you shared. And a lot of the reasons, too, they thought the two of you fought or disagreed, it's like this person was causing the disagreements because they were so critical, constantly judging you, putting you down, or not including you in their life. Saying, oh, well, you know, for some of you, they could have said, my friends don't like you, so I'm just not inviting you ever. Meanwhile, you could have went a couple times, never even did anything. I'm not sure. For others of you, you could have never been invited. That's just who this person was. But see, it's like they used to create dramas for themselves and then point the finger and be like, well, why isn't this working? Why aren't you doing that? But what this person didn't see is it's like it's the energy you put out into the relationship. And ultimately, wow, as if that's the last card. I'm sorry. So there you go. And that's the biggest thing this person really has learned. That anything they really misjudged you on in the past collective causing this separation and this breakup, it's the biggest regret that they have when it comes to you and to this connection. Because ultimately they know that walking away from you was like their biggest regret. Hearing that Paramore song, and after all this time, I'm still into you. That one. Sorry if I didn't say the greatest, but definitely feel like this person. So after all this time, it's been years. For a lot of you, it's been either you or them both have been in a marriage or a couple relationships, or like you had kids with this person, but then you moved on. However it works for you, definitely know that this person misses you and they're admitting the fact that they're apologizing for that. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a wonderful night or day, whatever time it is where you are. And just really know that this person, wow. Aw, as if this was the angel message that came out. I was just trying to look what everyone was saying in the chats as I was shuffling. Literally. So this person's saying they're sorry. And Spirit's saying that it's time for you to forgive. So even if you decide, collective, not to come back together with this person, which for a lot of you, this person really would. They would have a family with you. They would marry you in a heartbeat. They see you now for how much you have as a person to offer them in a relationship. Not an opportunity or not how much abundance you have. And this is what this person really failed to see in the past. But ultimately, this is the angel message for you, is it's time to forgive. Let go now of anyone or any past situations that have caused you hurt, and instead just focus on healing. Trust that certain things happen for a reason, and it's to teach you a valuable lesson in self-love. As if, literally, if you just tuned in now, you know, just at the beginning of the reading, that was really all it was about, was what I was saying. For a lot of you, you had to walk away in order for you to really just see from this person. So thank you so much, everyone that tuned in. We're going to get one more angel message to close out the reading. All right. So a solution is on its way. Any past struggles will slowly be a distant memory, and a solution to a particular problem is coming in soon. Rethink a situation. Your guides are asking you to do some self-inner reflection, what makes you unhappy. So this one's really up to you guys, either here nor there. It's really up to you if you're going to accept this person back. But with weight, this person definitely won't be back in right away. It looks like they're going to kind of keep observing you from the sidelines, watching you grow, watching you heal. And this person's only concern is they know that you are going to meet someone else. And soon they won't be able to come back if they don't. So it's almost like they know they should. And if they do, collective, really, it's time to forgive. Just move forward. But of course, that's not for everyone. That's at your own discretion. But the biggest reason to forgive is to forgive for yourself, to be able to let go of it and move forward with however this person has hurt you. So thank you so much to everyone that's tuned in tonight. I really wish you a wonderful rest of your day or evening, and take care.